Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Ethereum, Solana, and injective price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna dive a little bit deeper with those three coins to see, of course, that we have to be always selective when we have a bull run, even because some coins, of course, are bullish, but they are not performing better than the other ones. So in this video, we're gonna see a little bit much more insight in this and which one is working much better. So let's start with Ethereum on the 1 hour chart here, where we have, of course, our impulse towards the upside finished here as double 1-2. You have wave 3 4 5 4 5 finished wave 1, and of course you have W, X, and Y wave 2 hitting exactly the 0.38 fib level in this blue box, and of course continuation towards the upside for a bull run as a wave 1 2 and then 3 4 and a 5. Of course, the potential of an ABC corrective wave is still there in case that we have this correction unfolding, and we might of course hit exactly the the 1-to-1 fib level, which we're gonna see exactly right now. But let me just put it in magenta always. So basically the 1-to-1 fib level for this wave C can be taken from the wave A here to the top, and of course based on the wave B we have the 1-to-1 fib level that it should be tested here for wave C. And that means, of course, with this wave 5 anyway, you're gonna finish an impulse toward the upside, where this impulse anyway is your wave C. So we're gonna, of course, check step by step. If in case that we are not in a wave C, therefore you will continue, you will break this 1-to-1 fib level, moving towards a wave 3 here. Therefore 4 and a 5 continuation for a bull run toward the upside. So basically on the micro level here on the 15-minute chart, we are looking at this unfolding as a 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and a 5 to finish a wave 1 here. You finish wave 2 and you're continuing impulsively for a new wave 1, wave 2, and then of course simply continuation. Very nice performance for Ethereum, very high performance. Unexpected a little bit because Ethereum was a little bit very slow lately, especially on the daily. It was very slow and even ranging towards the lower prices. But currently we see very nice price action. We are looking right now at something towards the upside, where you have 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Definitely we have a big wave 1 2 here, another 1 2, and then 3 4 5. But currently on the lower time frame here, I am counting this as 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 for a wave 3 4 and a 5 to finish a wave 1. And after this you have a 1 2 1 2 and then 3 4 and a 5 to finish wave 3. We're looking for a wave 4 currently for the white scenario. The wave 4, of course, taken from this wave 2 towards the upside here. You would like to finish exactly in this blue box. Where are we exactly right now? And based on the timing, of course, for the wave 2, you have already passed, I believe, the required time. You are in the perfection of this time. So I would say the wave 4 should start to unfold toward the upside, a wave 5 after it. Yeah. So currently we are looking at this correction here might be finished as an A, B, and a C. Well, maybe the wave C is gonna move a little bit even deeper. It doesn't matter that we pass the times. This is only a guideline, but still, of course, an ABC, very possible 0.38, and then moving toward the upside for a wave 5. And of course, after finishing a very beautiful ABC, and then of course continuation for higher prices. And don't forget that also you have a potential 1 2 as well. Here we're gonna put a 1 a 2 as well, 3 4 and a 5. This is gonna be, of course, in the orange. Here we go. So basically this is what I'm looking for next, and the wave 3 should be here, by the way, wave 4, and then wave 5 to continue, of course, for higher. You still have a lot of 1 2s, of course. In the bottom here you have the main 1 2 in the orange, that it might finish a wave C. But if we are very bullish and we are in a bull run, don't forget the huge wave 1 2 here, that it might start to unfold a wave 3 after all, and then 4 and a 5. So this is how we're gonna walk step by step with it, of course, for the next days and probably weeks as well, where we come to this area. That is for Ethereum. Let's move for Solana. For Solana, what we are looking at on the 2 hours chart here, We are looking, of course, at an impulse, clear impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, finished wave 1 or wave A, followed by W, X, and a Y, finishing at 1 to 1 fib level in confluence with 0.618, 0.5. Very nice price action, very nice 1, 2, and of course a potential A, B, and a C. We don't forget this always, that it might be the case scenario. Now the wave C might finish, of course, exactly here on the 1 to 1 fib level, taken, of course, from this wave A here. And based on the wave B, we have the 1 to 1 fib level, which it might finish, of course, a wave C. This wave C, of course, might finish up with a corrective wave and then continuation toward the downside. Unless we break it, we take the wave 3, 4, and a 5 towards higher prices. You would like to see, by the way, the wave 3 hitting the 1.618 would be even nicer. Let's move inside this wave here, of course, to see what is going on. This is a wave 5 that is gonna ends up a wave C here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in case we are in a corrective wave. Let's move on the 1 hour or even 15-minute chart to see the micro level here, where we have, of course, an impulse toward the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finished wave 1. You have kind of like a triangle for wave B, so we have to be careful also from a wave C toward the upside, 1 to 1 fib level again to hit with this impulse, with the yellow impulse and finishing wave C. We're gonna, of course, follow it step by step. However, if we have here another 1, 2, because you see you have an impulse here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, potentially finished wave 1. You have a big wave 2 running flat, and running flat because you don't see any kind of impulsive wave here. This is 3 waves up. And that means, of course, the potential here to be in a running flat or WX and a Y is very high for a wave 2. And then, of course, moving as a 1, 2, and then looking 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5, simply continuation towards higher prices. Currently, you are looking also for a wave 4 in the white scenario. This wave 4 might finish, of course, with this fib level here, where we have 3, 4. Let me just check again. This wave 5, this is a wave 3. So the wave 4 taken here exactly from the wave 2. Wave 3, and here we go. We would like to hit anyways this blue box, of course, that we are currently inside it. And based on the time, of course, you have passed so much the time right now for a wave 4, so we have to be careful here. We have to be careful. The time has doubled almost the wave 2 here, so we have to be careful with it. It might be something a little bit deeper. It might be something bearish, okay, because you have, of course, an impulse. It can be wave 2 or a wave B. In case it is wave 2, you might be in wave 3, 4, 5 continuation. But if you are in wave B, AB, you might be in an ABC, and you might finish exactly at 0.38, and you simply continue toward the upside. Higher possibility here, of course, is continuation for higher prices for Solana. I don't see any kind of another scenario, like I would say like a diagonal or something. I see simply just this scenario unfolding. What I would like to see here is a continuation toward the upside and taking the high, because as you can see, we took the 886 here, but we did not yet reach the high, which is not really nice. And you know, on this channel, always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 ways down, continuation, taking the high, confirmation of bullish scenario, right? This is not yet confirmed 100%, so there is a possibility, of course, to something else be unfolding, but preferably, of course, to continue toward the upside. I don't see yet bearish. Internally can be turning something bearish, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in this case scenario, that is, not really nice to see, because this will bring us again to A, B, and a C again for a wave 2 one more time again. And that will be horrible, right? As a wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. So yeah, so nothing is bearish. It can be corrective, it can be deep correction, but yeah, not bearish. Hopefully not. Okay, this is one of the coins that they are less performing than other coins, of course, not like Ethereum and not like Sui, for example. So next is Injective. Injective is even Yeah, worse a little bit than Solana. That was already seen yesterday in the live stream, and I struggled here in the count because anyway it is very showing weakness, and that's why of course I was like taking time to see what is going on in it. But yeah, it doesn't show really strong movement, but we're gonna come back to it. On the 2 hours chart, we are looking 1 2 3 4 5 wave 1 W X and a Y, finished wave 2 perfectly, and then you start a formation for kind of like a leading diagonal. Can be of course in 1 2 3 4 5, finishing wave 1, wave 2, and then continuation toward the upside. Unless this internally, it can be an impulse potentially, but I don't like it because inside it, if you remember, the wave 3 is the shortest between the wave 1 and the wave 5, which is not an impulse. So we have to be careful. Otherwise, you have to consider it somehow like this. Okay, like 1 2 3 4 5, wave 1, wave 2, and we continue toward the upside. So two scenarios: 1 2, very simple; 3 4 5 toward the upside, or you are probably in 1 2 1 2, but I will keep this the last option right now because I don't see like very clear 4 5. Plus of course this can be a scenario as diagonal. So two main scenarios: diagonal or 1 2. Okay, let's move inside it on the 15-minute chart. On the 15-minute chart, we can see this is the area where we see, of course, some confusion here. However, this can be at the end a wave 1 here, right? Knowing that the wave 3 is allowed to be longer than the wave 1 right now with the new rules for Elliott wave. So this can be like 1 2 3 4 5 diagonal, leading diagonal, wave 2, wave 3 given here as 1 2 3 4 5, wave 3, and then you have 4 and a 5 again, 1 2 3 4 5. So your wave 1 is done and finished exactly there, and internally you have like A, B, and a C somehow, kind of like expanding flat, or it can be of course like W, X, and a Y. For those three waves here down, and then you see a very high wave B expanding flat, of course, turning into running flat, because only expanding flat can turn into running flat by having an impulsive wave failing to take the low, meaning ABC running flat. And I know it's very complicated, but this is a case scenario. And here you can, yeah, I mean, it's hard a little bit also to call a 1 2, but we don't have any other option rather than taking this like that as a 1 2, wave 3, wave 4, 5 extended toward the upside to finish a wave 1, and then having a wave 2. However, this choppy price and this imperfection with the shapes that we see for the impulses is posing a problem a little bit in injective, showing a little bit of weakness. And it doesn't mean that it's not bullish. It's gonna perform a little bit, but it's not the perfect performance in all the coins right now, right? So obviously it is very clearly. So we have 1 2 1 2 3 4 5, and you have finished here wave 3. Currently you are in a wave 4 of this scenario. This wave 4, of course, taken from the wave 2. You have the blue box. You did not reach yet the perfect time for it even, so it might still be ranging before moving and finishing a wave 5. With it, you're gonna finish a new wave 1, and you're gonna see, of course, wave 2. Now I believe like if injective succeed with the wave 1 here and wave 2 later on, I believe the things might turn like very, very bullish and intense. But now it's struggling a little bit to find some confidence in the market. And of course, but once you get it, it's gonna of course move very, very high toward the upside continuation for this bull run. Yep, so that was it for Ethereum Solana Injective. I hope that the weakness between some coins and the strengths between other coins has been shown perfectly for you guys, so you can of course choose or select the right coin for you for this bull run. Thank you for watching, thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.